Hey everybody, this is Steve Moore, owner of Run More, this brick and mortar running shop located in Westminster, Maryland. Today we're going to be talking about the New Balance 880 version 12 and the 1080 version 12. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and if you could, please like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us find some new people out there. Today we want to talk about two new releases from New Balance and maybe compare it to another popular model that we do very well with here in the shop. First, I'm going to start off with the new 880 version 12, and technically it's called the New Balance Fresh Foam X 880 version 12. Quite a mouthful. This is New Balance's most popular mid-cushion neutral shoe in the run specialty category. New Balance, as you guys probably know, make a million different shoes, and they have a ton of different ways to sort of categorize them. Two of their most popular shoes that we carry here in the shop are the 880 and 860. They are both mid-cushion shoes, one neutral and one stable. It's interesting because a lot of people associate like a higher number New Balance with sort of like a better, a better product and a better fit and all that good stuff that you might find. And it's not necessarily true in that way. The 880 and the 860 are actually only both sold in run specialty shops. So you're really going to only find a shoe like this in places like ours. You're not going to run into it in Kohl's and such. But when you go to places like that, you find a million New Balances. You find, the dad New Balance shoes and the white leather New Balance shoes. The 990 shoes you might find that are like the mail carrier made in America shoes. There's a billion different New Balance shoes. But this specific model in the 860 are only sold in places like ours. And there's a big difference between the two that we'll get into in a minute. The new 880 is a super nice, plush, mid-cushion neutral shoe. We talk about that Fresh Foam X, and what that is, that's their proprietary blend of their own squishy, soft, durable midsole material that they use. Specifically, this one has two different densities of their fresh foam. So we have one that's more of like a cushion feel for when you're landing, and one that's a little bit firmer for when you're sort of towing off there, and you can kind of see some differentiations in the color there. This is great for somebody who's a neutral foot. So if you're somebody with a high to medium high to high arch, this is going to be a perfect shoe for you. It's not going to kind of push or pull you any which way. And inside of this shoe, it almost has like a little bit of a channel to it. So if you have just a little bit of slight pronation either way, it's going to kind of hold you firm. So nice everyday mid-cushion shoe. It's perfect for somebody doing, if you're an average runner, you're doing those 10 to 15 miles a week. You're just somebody who maybe jump on the treadmill, go do 3 or 4 miles. This is a great everyday shoe. I always talk about sort of the durability with New Balance as well. We talk about there's a reason why New Balance has been making shoes for so long, because their shoes last. And I will say that's one nice thing with this shoe. It's going to give you a long bit of durability with it. And the fresh foam in this is going to stand up to the test of time and still give you that fun and soft landing as you're running through it. It fits very well. It's got some width options and a lot of color options. It's a good price point. It's something that you can wear and do a little bit of everything in. Now, we talked about comparing it to the 860. So this is our 860. This is the female color. This is a men's color version 12. The big difference we talked about is this posting here. You see how that little bit differentiation there on the medial side? The 860 is designed for somebody who overpronates. Because it just has medial posting, it's really just designed for somebody who's more flat-footed or somebody who rolls in when they walk and run. It's designed to sort of push you up. So it's interesting, they're both in that 800 category, the 880 and 860. But we'll have people that will swear that, a 1470 is a better shoe. But really, for run specialty, these are the two best and most popular shoes that they carry out there. And because they're both mid-cushion, you can really use them for a variety of different things from walking to running. And the mileage is going to be fine, and it's going to be nice and durable, and they're going to fit well. And again, especially on the 860, they've got a lot more width options in 4E and 2E on the women, and they're great as a shoe that you can do a little bit of everything. And it also has that fresh foam in it. So it's going to give you a nice, long-lasting, soft feel. But that posting is going to give you that nice, stable feel if you're somebody who rolls in, somebody who has plantar fasciitis and needs a little bit of extra arch support. And these are the two models that when people come in from their doctor said to get a pair of New Balance, that they're really referring to. Because that's why you come to a place like a Run More or other places that are run specialty, is we carry models you're not going to be able to get elsewhere. So 880 and 860, your neutral shoe versus your stable shoe. Coming out in May as well this year was the new 1080. The 1080 is a max cushion neutral shoe. So this is going up against models like the Brooks Glycerin or maybe a Hoka Bondi. It's going to be a long mile shoe. And it also has a little bit lower drop than the previous versions we were talking about. You know, the 880 and 860 have a little bit higher of a pitch to it. Those are about 8 to 12 millimeters of a height to it, where this is a little bit lower, coming in at 8. Everybody has sort of their own secret sweet spot that they're looking for in a heel toe drop. People ask that all the time, is like, what is the ideal drop for a shoe? And it really is in the eye of the beholder. I've had people come in that swear the 0 drop is best for them, or a really high drop. Well, sometimes it depends on an injury you might be dealing with, but this one just happens to come right sort of in the middle there at 8 millimeter drop. One of the things that I love about the 1080, besides the fact that it is a max cushion so it feels super plush, is the upper on this. This has such a unique and stretchy upper to it. For somebody who comes in that has like some bunion issues, some width issues, maybe they have a super high instep, this shoe is going to be super accommodating to it. I think of all the uppers of the shoes I carry, this is probably my favorite, and that I like to show people when they're coming in here and asking questions about the differences of the model. That's probably one of my favorite ones to talk about. The updates on this version are pretty drastic compared to version 11 as well. They changed the heel cup significantly. This is version 11, and I think a really sweet color that for whatever reason people didn't love here at the shop. I think it looks pretty awesome. This is a men's color, but as you can see the differences in the heel cup. A lot of people didn't like the way this fit on their heel. I would say like 20% of the people that we put this shoe in that might love the rest of it found that this was almost pushing on the back of their heel too much, and it didn't fit great, or it was uncomfortable, or as soon as they started running they would notice it, and so they got rid of that, and I think that was probably for the best. So this is a much more padded and traditional heel cup to this shoe, and I think it's going to be much better for sort of all parties involved here. I think it'll help with their sales, and it certainly helps with us in the fitting process. So they took that away. It still has that nice max cushion feel, and it still has that nice stretchy upper. And because we talked about it being sort of a nice New Balance shoe, it's a great durability shoe. So if you're somebody who's doing a little bit longer miles, maybe you're training for a marathon or a half marathon, maybe you're doing somewhere in that 20, 30, 40 miles a week range, or somebody who's using this for like a work shoe, you're working in a hospital, you're working in a school, and you're on your feet all day, this is a great option that comes in some width. It's got a stretchy upper. It's got a really nice soft midsole. This would be a great option for you. The 1080 also came out in spring of 2022. So a couple shoes in the New Balance lineup, the 880, the 860, which has been around, and the 1080. These are our 3 most popular New Balance shoes that we sell here in our Run Specialty shop. If you have any questions on these guys, feel free to leave it down below. We'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. And if you want to purchase any of these, feel free to click the link, use promo code RUNMORE. You'll save 10% on your order, and we'll ship them out for free. Thank you so much. I appreciate you spending some time with us. And as always, happy running, and we'll see you around town.